Hello and welcome to De Schatberg, a holiday park in the Netherlands. We are on our last leg of our Netherlands mega trip. This is our third and final Eurocamp holiday park that we're staying at here in the Netherlands on our 11-day trip. We do have a couple more nights left at De Schatberg, and I thought now would be a good time because we're busy for the next 2 days. We've got a little bit of spare time now, so I thought now would be a good time to show you around De Schatberg and show you all the facilities that are on site, show you where the reception is. I'll show you the bar, the shops, the restaurant. I'll show you the swimming pool area. I'll show you all the fun things there is to do here at De Schatberg. We've spent the last 3 nights here in our Eurocamp 3-bed premium Azure holiday home, and it's been awesome. I'll tell you a little bit more about it all as we're going around, but let's head into De Schatberg here in the Netherlands. Okay, so I will start by just showing you the way in. This is the main road into De Schatberg, and then you do have 2 receptions. If you're staying with Eurocamp, there is a Eurocamp reception which I will show you, and then a main De Schatberg reception as well. We checked in earlier than we was allotted. We're supposed to be checking in at 4 o'clock on our check-in day. We was here for about 1 o'clock, but because we arrived early, we was then able to go swimming. So we just went into the main De Schatberg reception there, gave them our details for checking in, and although we couldn't get our accommodation key from the Eurocamp reception, we was able to get our swimming passes from the main De Schatberg reception, which is just there. That's the main building, and we'll go in there in a second, but this is the Eurocamp reception. So at check-in time, which I believe is 4 till 5, this is where you would come to get your Eurocamp check-in details, your keys and your passes, and everything is in there. Now, the other thing about this reception is that they leave the door open all the time because there's things that Eurocamp guests are allowed to use in there. There's a little box that says leave nothing to waste, and all residents of Eurocamp can just leave bits like coffee bags, hand soap, sun lotion, basically anything, any dry goods, not fridge or freezer products, but anything else can go in there, and then other people that stay with Eurocamp can just pick it up and use it. So when we did come in, we had a look. He said, feel free to take anything out of this box. We took a little bit of sun cream lotion because we forgot ours, and we also took some bin bags, and we're just going to leave whatever we have left at the end. So there's a big car park just in front of you there, and that's where you pull up to either use the facilities if you're checking in early before you get your accommodation key, or you can just park up there if you're at the other end of the holiday park and you wish to use the facilities at this end. So let's head inside the main building at De Schatberg, where the reception for the holiday park is. That over there is the swimming lake, and this bit of soft play here, that's only just been put up. That wasn't there at all 2 days ago, so I think they're still sort of putting finishing touches on it now. So there will be, going forward, a play area there as well for children. But if you head down there, there is a beach and a volleyball net, and there's also a swimming lake. This is the only lake that you're allowed to swim in. There is much bigger lakes on the holiday park itself, which I will show you as we're going around, but that's the only one you can swim in. So we'll head inside the main reception here at De Schatberg, and I'll show you what's around. So that to the left is the main reception area. That's where we checked in early to pick up our entertainment passes, our swimming passes, and you do need the swimming passes to be able to go swimming. That's the only way to be able to get in. You scan it and it lets you in, but I'll show you that when we get around there. There is a little bar area here, a restaurant for snacks, and I'll just show you a few of the prices. So that's the prices, and then obviously there's a little bit of a seating area inside and also outside. So it's quite a nice area to come and have snacks or a drink, and it overlooks the lake there. There's a huge entertainment centre just the other side of the lake, which I will go to toward the end of this video, and I'll show you everything that's in there, but it's absolutely amazing in there. There's loads to do. This is one of the best sites we've ever been to. A little bit more seating there for food and drink. And then there is a spa shop on site as well. This shop opens 8 AM until 6 PM every day. So bear that in mind. I think 6 PM is a little bit early to be closing on a holiday park. It does close at 7 on a Friday, but every other day is till 6 o'clock. So I'll just show you quickly around the spa. There is cash point. If you need a cash point here at the spa, there's also like a little slide. It's not open at the minute, but it was when we first arrived, and the kids loved it, that you can actually go down a slide to the bottom level of spa. So I'll show you what's down here quickly, just so you know what sort of things are on site. The prices are obviously convenient prices, as in you pay for the convenience of having it on site, but there might be things that you've forgotten. We picked up a couple of swim rings from there this morning and some balls to use in the pool. So it's got like your souvenirs and stuff. It's quite American themed because the whole site has a theme of the American road trip, which I'll tell you a bit more about when we head over to the entertainment centre. But you will find a lot of American stuff. And down here is all like your tools. You might need a screwdriver or a wrench. I mean, to be honest, we needed a screwdriver earlier because Albie bought a little car toy from here, and we needed a screwdriver to detach it from the packaging. But we just used a knife. But you can get all sorts. You can get extra pans. You can get all sorts of toys. All sorts of colouring books and teddies. And this is all your swim section. You can get flip-flops. A big selection of flip-flops there. You get a beach ball for $6.99. You can get goggles for the swim pool, and then all kinds of inflatables. I think you can take the inflatables into the lake, but the larger inflatables, the baby ones are okay, but the larger inflatables, the rings and the floating lounges and stuff, you're not able to take into the pool here at the Schatberg, the indoor pool. So I'll head back upstairs and I'll show you what sort of foods there is and the rough prices of things here at the spa. As I say, it isn't cheap. It's not like crazily expensive, but it'd be cheaper to go to a local Lidl, which is around 13-minute drive away from this De Schatberg site. So you can get all sorts of meats, all sorts of chilled drinks and cheeses, butter spreads. You can get all kinds of like croissants and sausage rolls, fresh pastries. They are put out every morning fresh. Waffles. There's a Mars bar donut there. And it's like quite a well-equipped, fully stocked supermarket, really. You can get pretty much everything that you would get at a normal supermarket. All your fresh fruit and veg. And all your fresh meat for the barbecue. Every holiday home with Eurocamp here at the Schatberg does come with a barbecue. I will be doing a full accommodation tour in our 3-bed premium Azure holiday home. So that will be on the channel. So that will go into a little bit more detail on what you actually get in the accommodation, and that does include the barbecue. So there's a lot of fresh meat here to get, burgers, sausages, chicken, all kinds of things for your barbecue. And then they've got a freezer section as well with like five large freezers full of things. You can get hamburgers, you can get the little things you can get in the vending machines in the theme parks, the fricandelles, the croquetins, the car soufflés, which is like a cheese soufflé, kip corn hot dogs, chicken hot dogs. And then you've got all your pastas and sauces, soups, all your cleaning things, all your hygiene things, your toothpaste, your shower gel, toothbrushes, nappies, swim nappies. Large selection of wines, crisps, nuts, and then you've got all your drinks, fizzy drinks, and then your beers. Massive selection of beers as well. And you can get things in the chiller, so if you want wine from the chiller already cold, you can get that there, and the same with beers. You can also get puzzle books, actually reading books, and chocolates and things. And then behind the counter there is some smartwatches and headphones, earphones, plugs, wires, cables and things like that. So pretty much everything that you could possibly need that you might have forgotten from home, you can get from the spa shop here. We will go back outside on the way out to the entertainment centre, and I'll show you more of what's outside because there's loads to do outside. There's an ice cream shop there. We have already had our ice creams from there a couple of days ago, and it's quite reasonably priced. $1.75 for one scoop, and they do have all kinds of flavours. I think we got watermelon and cookie dough, white chocolate and raspberry, cookies, dark cookies. Can't remember exactly what we got, but I think we got those ones. And there is also a snack bar here as well. So for this snack bar, they do sell the things I was just mentioning that's in the in-theme park vending machines for the hot food. So you get your fricandels, your bitterballen, your Mexicano, your cassoufflé, things like that. And they're reasonably priced, about the same price as they are in the theme parks, about $2.70. And then you can also get pizzas and burgers. You can get a cheeseburger, hamburger, chicken burger, loaded fries with pulled chicken for $10.25. You get all sorts of snacks there. Pizzas are between $9.75 and $14.50, depending on the topping that you want. Okay, and then inside to the right, after the snack bar, you can go downstairs, and there is like a little sort of Rainforest Cafe area. There's toilets down there, but if you head downstairs, I think between the hours of 10 AM and 5 PM, down this bit there is a little seating area where you can chill out and have drinks and snacks, which I'll show you now. So you can get snacks from the snack bar there, and the slushies, and it's like a Rainforest Cafe sort of vibe with the lights in the trees. It's very quiet today. It was busier the last time we popped down here, but it's really nice. I just love the trees. I love the sort of atmosphere of it all. And there is a little stage there. I think sometimes they might put things on there, but not currently. Not seen anything there. And then there's a big soft play area as well here. And this is free to use for anybody staying at the Schatberg. And they've got clouds in the sky. And that's the soft play area. There is an area to put your shoes, and then you head in without your shoes. And this is where my lot are coming, I think, after they've got ready. So there's all sorts of slides in there, there's steps, there's like all sorts of obstacles and the standard soft play. It's over 3 levels, and there is toilets in there as well. So this is all downstairs once you get past the little snack bar in the reception area. So we'll head back up and head toward the pool area, and then we'll head outside. So we have been swimming twice in the time that we've been here. So I will put a little bit of the pool footage in when we get to the pool. Just a little bit. There is one slide in the swimming pool, and there is a little there's a tiny lazy river, but they do supply little inflatable rings for you to be able to use on that bit. Okay, so we're back in the reception area now upstairs. That's where the ice cream is. The spa's just to the right round that corner. And then we can head down to the Zwembad, which is the swimming pool. This is the soft play that was downstairs. It's just a higher level, so you can see it from a little bit higher up. And there's a nice air hockey table there, €1 per game. Okay, So this is where you'd need your pass. If you get your swimming pass from reception, you just scan it into there, you pop it into that little slot there, and then these rotate one so you get in, and then you leave your shoes there and head into the pool. I'll show you the pool footage now. Okay, for the swimming pool here at the Schatberg, you just get your passes when you do check in, and you use your passes to get through the turnstiles there, and they ask you to put your shoes on the shelves in here. So no shoes through into the changing rooms. I'll take you through so you can see where you get changed, and then we'll take you into the pool. There is one slide in the pool, and this is a heated indoor pool. There is also an outdoor pool, but that is not currently open. Despite it being about 23, 24 degrees and pure sunshine and blue sky, it is still only mid-April, so I don't think they open it until May at the earliest, which is a shame, but we do enjoy the indoor pool. We have done this once already without filming it, so I thought I'd come today with the GoPro and take you inside the pool. Okay, so we've got changed. When you come through to the pool area, you can see the slide. There is a little mini lazy river with a little bit of a current. The slide doesn't go directly into the main pool. It's got a separate sort of landing area over there, and they do have little floaty vests for people, and they are free to use when staying at the Schatberg. There's all different sizes for all different children. And you've got yours, buddy. You got yours on? Yeah. So I have just asked the staff member if you're allowed to bring your own inflatables in, and they said no. Big rings are not allowed. Small rings that are a floating device for little children like Albie, they're allowed, but rings that are the size of the yellow ones you can see, the yellow ones, they belong to the Schatberg, so they've limited it to 4 in the pool at any point. They are free to use, but they're the only ones you can use. You can't bring your own in, just so you know. You can buy them at the Spa Shop in the main building behind us. You can buy all sorts of inflatables, the beds, the rings and all sorts. Giant beach balls, but you are not allowed to bring them in the pool. Balls are allowed. Under normal use, balls are allowed, but just not inflatables. So we'll jump into the pool. Here we are, we're in the pool. Albie's got one of the little life vests on. Are you okay? Mate. And then after you've come out of swimming, you are able to go into like a little Lego. I don't know if you can see, there's like a big pit with giant Lego bricks in there, and you can build all kinds of like houses and whatever you want to build. We will put a little bit of footage of us in that now. Okay, and then we will head outside. So when you've come out of swimming, if you take a right immediately, you end up being outside. And then outside, there is football pitches, there's bouncy pillows, there's play areas, and there's an aqua sports area, which I will take you to, and a fishing lake, a huge fishing lake. So, as I say, football pitch. These get used quite a lot. Every time we've walked past, there's been quite large groups of young kids all playing football together. So there's one this side, and they've also got basketball hoops up as well, and there's one to the right as well. This one doesn't have basketball, but the larger one does. And then there's table tennis as well. If you want to get some from reception, I'm not sure if there's a charge for that. I don't think there is. You might have to just leave a deposit for the paddles and the ball, but then you can come and play table tennis. There's like 4 tables dotted about. and then there's a little sports area as well. I don't know what the actual purpose of this is, but all we've seen people do is kick balls over it, like playing football, volleyball, or practicing your shooting. So you try and score through the holes, and then there's a small bouncy pillow there as well, and a large bouncy pillow. And then there is a play area. I think, as we've been walking around, we've spotted quite a lot of play areas. There's been at least sort of, I don't know, 5 or 6 that we've seen for the play areas. And I don't know if you can just get through to that bit. I think you might have to walk around there, and then there is a play area there, look. But I'm not going to get a chance to show you every play area, but there is several that are very similar to that, where you'll get a slider, climbing frame, swings and things. As we're walking around, if I do spot any, I will point them out, but I'm not going to do a full site tour of all the accommodation area, just because it would take far too long, and I don't want to make the video go on for that long, just walking around looking at tents and caravans and holiday homes. I will just show you our holiday home in detail. There's also a little assault course here as well. Gives you a little start over there, and then you go through all the little obstacles, and then there's the end point here. I think they are doing a little bit more work on the grounds around that play area. They are doing a lot of development around this area, making it even better than it is already, as you saw at the front with that new play area, that wooden one, right opposite reception. So we'll head over, I'll show you this play area over here. We'll take a look at the lakes. I'll show you the football field. And I will show you, if I come across one, a laundrette. There is little laundrette buildings dotted about. I think I saw at least 3 or 4 on the park map. We are lucky enough to just be literally across the way from one. It is literally the next building across from us, and we used that yesterday to do a little bit of washing. There's also dishwashers inside the laundrettes that you can use for free. If you've not got a dishwasher in your holiday home, you are able to bring your pots and pop it in the dishwasher, the huge electric dishwasher that's commercial use, it looks like, because it's huge, but you can fit loads in, and it takes about 3 to 5 minutes, and your pots and glasses and cutlery all come out clean and sparkly, and then you can just take them back home, all done and dusted. You don't have to put anything else in, it doesn't cost you anything. So there is another little play area here, look. The sky has gone grey now. Trust it to be like this right now. We've been in the Netherlands for 9 days now, and we've not had any clouds or rain the whole time. And the one time I decided to go out and do a De Schatberg tour is the one time the clouds come over and it starts to rain. But I hope it doesn't come across on video as a negative thing and make it look dull, because it's not been like this. Even 2 hours ago it was like pure sunshine, and I'm in my t-shirt and I'm warm, and it's still only mid-April. I'm not quite sure what that game is, but there's a little game there with 4 little colours and little goals on each one. I'm not sure what it's called, but you know that's there now. Okay, so this is one of the lakes. It is a huge fishing lake, and then a water sports lake just the other side, which I will try and get to show you in a second. You can do water skiing, and I'm not quite sure what it's called. Wakeboarding, possibly. It might be wakeboarding, where you sort of hang on to a sort of rope and it pulls you along off the jetty, and then it goes on a little circuit around the lake. And if you fall off, you've got to swim to the jetty, get back on and wait for it to come back round to grab hold of, to pull you back on the water, and it does literally drag you around the water. So if you're on your wakeboard, you just stay upright if you can, and you can do a full circuit. But you do have to pay for that. That is an additional charge. So we'll head down this way and see if I can take you to that area and show you that. Now, De Schatberg is obviously in the Netherlands, but it is literally a 14-minute drive to the German border, and we know this because we did it yesterday. We drove all the way to Phantasialand yesterday. It took about 1 hour and 10 minutes in peak traffic, so it was around 8 o'clock in the morning, and it took about an hour and 10 minutes exactly from this site to the car park. It's about an hour and 9 minutes possibly to get to the actual car park in Phantasialand. So 14 minutes to the German border. And if you're staying at De Schatberg and you're interested in theme parks, there's Toverland, which is literally across the road. We've got a full vlog of our day at Toverland on the channel, and that is literally 5 minutes across the road. You literally come out of the park, come out of the holiday park, take a left, take a right, and then a left, and you're there. So 5 minutes from Toverland. You are 1 hour from Efteling, the massive, really popular theme park that's our all-time favourite theme park. And that is a 1 hour drive from this particular holiday park. And also you can get to Wallaby Holland and Doonrel theme parks, but that is a 2 hour drive from this park. And then obviously Phantasialand is about an hour and 10 minutes. So it's a good base for theme parks. Like within an hour and 10 minutes you can get to Efteling, Toverland and also Phantasialand in Germany. So it's an excellent base for that, but there's also loads to do on site. This is like the camping area now. We're in the holiday homes with Eurocamp. Just a little bit, it's kind of like in the middle of the holiday park. So it's excellently located. And obviously we enjoyed it because we're sort of right near the main building. We're right near the laundrette to do the washing and the dishwashing. And it's only a couple of minutes walk to get to the car. Well, to be honest, the car park, there is a little car park literally right next to our accommodation. If you can't get there, you can just leave your car in the main car park. However, you might be able to. We have most of the time been able to get a parking spot literally right outside of our holiday home. There's nothing going on at the minute because nobody's paid for it, but that is where you would do the wakeboarding. I don't know if you can see. You can see there. So you'd get on board that little jetty, and then there's like a little rope just in the middle of the screen now, look, and then be a little rope dangling from that with a handle, and you'd grab hold of that. It'd be pulled round in a circuit, and this is where you do your water skiing and your wakeboarding. And it looks like something really cool to do, but I think we ran out of time and or money to be able to do that. Okay, so you can see some holiday homes over the side there, like overlooking the lake. So I just wanted to show you that, just so you could see the size of the lake, and that's where you would do the activity should you want to do that. And you can book that online. There is a De Schatberg app, which is worth having. You can scan a QR code once you arrive on site, or you might be able to just search for it online, but it's worth having because it gives you all the opening times of the shop and the swimming pool, everything that's on site. It tells you a little bit about everything that you can do here, so it's a handy app to have if you are staying at De Schatberg. Okay, so we've seen the lake, we've seen the football pitches, we've seen a couple of the play areas, we've seen the bouncy pillows, we've seen the swimming pool, seen the Lego play area, we've seen the soft play and the little Rainforest Cafe type seating area downstairs and the restaurant. So we're going to head back out now through that main reception, and we will head to the fun and entertainment centre, and I'll show you what's around that area as well. We will head inside. Anybody staying with Eurocamp like we are, you do get a little card when you check in, and that entitles you to 50% off most of the things to do in the entertainment centre. We did a little bit of Kaling a couple of nights ago in there, and we did get 50% off. We just used the code that they offer you when you enter De Schatberg. You get a welcome pack from Eurocamp, and there's a little ticket in there that's got codes for each activity, and when you put that code in the promo code online when you book it, it automatically takes 50% off the price, and you can choose to pay on arrival when you get to the activity at the time that you've booked it for. And they just ask that you bring the little card with you that's got the code on it, just to prove you've not just found the code online. You need to show the physical card that you get from Eurocamp when you check in. But we saved 50% and it was good. I will pop a little bit of the footage from our Kaling in now. And that was about €12.50, I think, for all of us, all 5 of us, to have a little go. And was there for an hour. But I will go and show you everything that's inside the FEC building, and I'll tell you a little bit more about it when we get there as well. Right, so we're going to head back now through the little camping area. In fact, if I go down there, I'll be able to show you the laundry. So I'll head down here, see if I can find my way back to where we're staying. But you can come with me. So yeah, De Schatberg is probably our favourite site so far. As I say, we've done a few Eurocamps, quite a lot of Eurocamps. We always tend to choose Eurocamp. I think the reason we tend to choose Eurocamp usually is because it's very family friendly. We've got 3 kids, as you know. 3, 13 and 14, almost 13. So we have 3 kids, all different ages. So we need somewhere where there's things for all of us to do. And we always find Eurocamps are so family friendly. There's obviously around 400 camps in 11 countries, so you can always find one that you need. And we've always found them in really good locations as well. So we'll head back down here. I think this will lead us to our accommodation and the laundrette. This is our accommodation. I'll have a quick check to see if they're still there, but this building there is ours. This building here is the laundrette and the dishwashers. There's also shower facilities in this building as well. So yeah, you could see how convenient it was for us. This is our building. That's our holiday home where we're spending the next 2 days, and we've already spent 3 days there. And then that is where we just popped over to do our washing. And this is the little car park I was talking about. There's room for possibly 5 cars. But as I said, if you can't get there, you can just park the other side or just find somewhere else to park. We've not had any problem parking in the little car park right next to our accommodation, but we've come when it's only really the English and some German kids are on half term. I don't think there's any Dutch half terms right now. I imagine in the summer holidays this place will be absolutely heaving because it looks so popular and it's just got so much going for it. As I say, the location can't be beat. The location is awesome, for not just for theme parks, but you could get to Amsterdam from here in under 2 hours easily. As I say, Germany's 14 minutes away from the border. Phantasialand is probably one of our all-time favourite parks, along with Efteling, and both are within about an hour's drive from this point. And Toverland was a brilliant day on Sunday. It was so quiet, we got on loads of things, and there's a good mix of rides there, and that's literally across the road, 5 minutes away. Perfect place. Okay, so we'll keep on going. I'll see if there's anything else I've missed as we're going through, and we'll check the opposite side. There is an adventure area with some paintballing. We've not ventured down there, so I might have a little look right now when we get to that side, just to have a little nosy. But that is a paid for activity. You can book that online as well. But we've enjoyed the pool, the 2 times we've been in the pool. There is also an outdoor pool and also an outdoor splash pad. It is literally a holiday park that has everything. It's one of those places where it also becomes kind of like a resort, because you could easily spend a week here enjoying all the facilities and things and the local area, and not really having to travel too far or spend an awful lot more money. So we'll head back in this side entrance here. That's the pool, and then that's the outdoor slide you can just see there. Because we stayed with Eurocamp, we did get a little sort of buggy as well. So on our balcony, when we first went to our campsite, when we first went to our holiday home, we did have one of these little things for Albie to go in, and he loved that. We didn't expect that because we've not really had one before, but for our Eurocamp holiday home here at the Schatberg, there was one already left for us with no extra charge, and Albie has loved it. He's able to sit in it and get pulled around everywhere. So he's really enjoyed that bit to it. And someone's playing the air hockey now. I'm not really one for fishing, so I don't know whether that's good or not, but that fishing lake did look quite large. Here's the rest of our family now. Albie's in his little buggy, look, as you can see. There's Albie. Hello. So, head back past the main reception area. The bar does look nice, and then we'll walk a little bit further down and see what's that side. It's so warm. Right, so I will take a little walk just on the beach, just so we can actually, like I like to, say we've set foot on the beach. We've put our feet on the sand. That's the Adventure Paradise down there. That is where paintballing is. I don't think I can go in because I don't think it's currently open. It might open a little bit later on, or whenever they have bookings already booked in. But that is it, just the other side of the car park there. I'm going to take a little look down here. There's a little play area. We'll go past the crazy golf, the adventure golf, and head to the entertainment centre. So this is the swimming lake. This is where you can go for a dip. We have seen people do that in the time that we've been here, and we have got some swim rings for Maisie and Zach to pop in if they wanted to do that today. But with it being cloudy now and the sun isn't out, they might not fancy it. They probably would have fancied it earlier. There is a couple of little kids in there now, but yeah, that's the brand new play area. So this is the volleyball that I was talking about, and this is the nice soft sand. And a large lake, and you can just see the fun and entertainment centre across the lake there, but we will walk around because there's a couple of things I want to show you on the way. And that is owned by the site, that is part of the De Schatberg site. And there's a little play area there as well, with some little swingy round things and seesaws and things like that. It's good to see that they're adding more to it. Like I said, this was just flat, there was nothing there. It was just sand when we arrived 3 days ago. So that's all been put up in the last 72 hours. And that's the outdoor sort of seating area for the bar and the restaurant inside what I showed you. So you get some nice sheltered seating overlooking the lake. Yeah, there's a little train there. That is for nostalgia purposes only, not to be climbed on. And yeah, that's the Eurocamp check-in, as I showed you. And I'll show you that little box now because there's nobody in here. There is some games there. If you want to borrow any games to play, you're able to do that. There's also some beach items there, like buckets and spades and things like that. There's a free guest library if you want to borrow a book and then bring it back. Selection there, and this is the zero waste zone, look. So feel free to take anything you want. And there's coffee bags, there's currently swim nappies, there's lotions, there's bin bags, and we'll leave whatever we don't want to take with us in there for other Eurocamp guests to make use of. And that door is open all the time for you to just help yourself to anything in there, as long as you bring it back. If it's the things from the little box, then just leave your things, just pay it forward. So now we're back out. There's the main reception again. That's the gate. You do need a pass to get in the site. It is a secured site and you get issued with your gate pass when you check in, and that lifts the barrier up to come in and lifts the barrier up to come out. So you do know that cars that are inside are exclusively for the people who are actually staying on site, because you do need a pass to get in. So this is the little play area, or another one. I think we did see quite a lot of little play areas dotted about the site. So you just have a little stroll around and you might find several different new ones as you're walking around the holiday park. Okay, so there is adventure golf here as well. Okay, so we're just coming up to the adventure golf. This is just before the Klim Kong. The Klim Kong is the huge aerial assault course up there, the little climbing frame. And this adventure golf is all sort of pirate themed. Looks fairly busy today. And you just get access to that at these gates here. And just outside the site, you do have a KFC and a McDonald's. The KFC and La Place. La Place is a food place that has, they do sort of, they are represented in a lot of the Dutch theme parks here. It's kind of like a food hall type thing where you can get salads at one bar, you can get meats at another bar and they cook it fresh for you. You get fresh sandwiches, you can get smoothies, fruit juices and things like that. So there is a La Place just outside the entrance. I might be able to show you when we get down to the entertainment centre. And there's also a KFC there and there's a McDonald's literally 2 minutes to the right. So if that's the sort of thing that you want. So that's the awesome looking Klim Kong. And that's the high ropes course there. There's a smaller one, I think, for smaller children. And then the bigger you are, or the braver you are, the higher up you can go. But it is set over quite a few levels, 4 levels in total. And that is called Klim Kong. And I think at the end there must be a zip line, because I think there's a zip line ending just there. But we will head down this little path. You are able to take those little buggies that they issue you with. I don't know if everybody issues you with them. I don't know if the Schatberg do, or if it's a Eurocamp thing. All I know is that we was with Eurocamp and we had that at our accommodation for arrival. I will put a clickable link in the description for the Schatberg through Eurocamp if you want to have a little look at it yourself, have a look at the facilities on their website and possibly book. I highly recommend it, and as I say, there will be a link in the description box down below that enables you to just click on it and get to the Eurocamp site and then have a look at all the different accommodations, see which one suits you and get it booked. Get over here to the Schatberg and enjoy everything here. We've felt like we've been in Spain and we've just been really lucky with the weather. But it's been literally 23, 24 degrees almost every day that we've been here, other than today. I mean, it's still warm, it's still about 19 degrees right now. I'm still in t-shirt, still in shades, but it's cloudy and a little bit rainy, but it doesn't spoil anything. But there's just so much to do. The pool is good. In the summer, I imagine it even better, because in the summer, there'll be the outdoor pool, there'll be the splash pad, you'll be able to go in the lake a little bit more, you'll probably be more comfortable swimming in the lake. And as I say, the location is just awesome for theme parks and for just where you are. It's just a really nice day. I think Zach even said literally a couple of hours ago, we're talking about where we're going to go in August, because we've got a week in August where we're going to plan to do something abroad. And we was like, we're going to pick a Eurocamp, because we always do. We find them just such good value for money and in excellent locations, and usually near the places where we want to go. So we'll pick a place depending on what it is we want to do there. So we picked here because we wanted to do the theme parks. So it worked out perfectly for us. We went on the Eurocamp website, we went on the filter and just changed it to Eurocamp holiday parks that are near theme parks. Brings up a huge list, and you're able to just look at all the different parks all over Europe that are right next to theme parks, and that's how we chose the 3 that we've chose this time. We started off with Doonrel, which is actually on the grounds of a theme park. It owns its own theme park, which is on site and inclusive when you stay with Eurocamp at Dunrail. And we then went to Kaatsheuvel for Efteling, which we've stayed at a couple of times before anyway, and the video for that is on the channel. And then I also chose De Schatberg because of its close proximity to the German border and Phantasialand, and literally a stone's throw away from Toverland. So the reason we chose the ones we've chose is because of the proximity to theme parks. If there's a preference that you have, if you want to be near a town, a city, if you want to be near a port or an airport, then you can change that in the filter, and then it brings up the results that suit you, so it makes it so easy to book. So that we always choose Eurocamp for that reason. So we was looking in August, and Zach said, why don't we just come back here? He's like, we could just come back here for a week in August. We don't have to do theme parks. We may do Toverland in August if we do come back, just because it's literally across the road. But I think it's probably a really nice place to come and just spend a week chilling by the pool, by the outdoor pool, by the lake, swimming in the lake. And it's just an awesome holiday place. We've enjoyed every single moment of it. Right, so we've now arrived at the Fun and Entertainment Centre. This is a huge indoor entertainment centre with all sorts in. If it's open, it's supposed to open at 2 o'clock, so I may just pop in and have a little walk around now with you, but there's all sorts inside. This actual entertainment centre opened with De Schatberg, the holiday park, in 2018, but unfortunately it burnt down 4 years later. In 2022 there was a huge fire that destroyed 90% of everything inside. The only thing that survived really was the ABC restaurant, and the ABC restaurant is a huge restaurant, and all you can eat, where you pay one price and you get 12 restaurants inside, and you can have all you can eat from all the different places inside for 2 hours. So you can just pop into a restaurant, get a bit of food, pop back out, pop into another one, get some food, pop back out, and there's all different ones. I'll show you what's included inside. But that was the only thing that sort of survived. So all of this was just burnt down. So they rebuilt it, and it reopened again in the end of 2023. So about a year and a half ago, it reopened with a different theme, and it's all an American road trip theme now. So we'll head inside if I can and take a little look around. We have been in here a couple of times already. Okay, it's not currently open. It's supposed to open at 2, but it might open a little bit later today. It might be 2 on a weekend and maybe 4 on a weekday. So I will pop back later on and we'll head inside there. It'll be maybe an hour or 2 for me, but it'll be instant for you. Okay, I am just walking back because obviously the entertainment centre's closed for now, but I will pop back and pop that in. But I just wanted to show you as I'm walking back. This is where the entertainment centre is. That's the road I took down to the Klim Kong there. Look, you can just see. And then this path, this is where you come out, and I'm just going to quickly show you how close La Place is and the KFC, and then the McDonald's is literally across the road. So I'll just walk down here just to show you how close it is and how easy it is to get to. Okay, if you have any questions at all about this site, if you have any questions or queries about De Schatberg, I'm more than happy to answer them. If you pop them in the comments down below, if I know the answer, I will. Bear in mind, I've only going to have been stayed here for 5 days once we leave, but I am a guest, so I've sort of explored the site as much as I can, just so I can do this video, and I feel like I've experienced the whole site. So if you've got any questions at all, pop them in the comments down below, and I will answer them if I know the answer. Let me know if you've been before. Let me know your thoughts of it, or let me know if you're planning to come. We've never heard of it before until we started looking at holiday parks with Eurocamp that's near theme parks, and it popped up, same as Dunrail. When that popped up, was like, we've got to choose them, we've got to stay there. The one at Kaatsheuvel, which was our middle one, we started at Dunrail for 4 nights, we went to Kaatsheuvel for 2, and then we've come to De Schatberg for 5. The 2 outer parks we've never stayed at before, always wanted to. Kaatsheuvel we've stayed at, this is our 3rd time in 7 months or 8 months that we've stayed there. and we love it. It's so close to Efteling, so it's perfect for us because Efteling is our favourite theme park. I think it's got a theme park on its tail now. It's got Phantasialand on its tail. There's still a few more rides for us to do tomorrow at Phantasialand on our last day here, last full day. But I think Efteling pips it for now, just for now. It's just magical. And that is an hour's drive from De Schatberg, which isn't bad at all. This is the entrance to De Schatberg. You can see there's a fuel station there, and that's where the KFC and the La Place is, just across the road there. And then the McDonald's, you can just see the M in the distance there, look. So that's where the McDonald's is. And then you've got KFC and La Place. So plenty of food places just outside. Everybody loves either a KFC or a McDonald's, and if you don't, go to La Place because you get some awesome sandwiches in there and nice salads and fresh burgers that they cook for you. They literally put the fresh burger from in front of you onto the grill and cook it there. And then there's smoothies and cakes and things like that. We have covered La Place, but in theme parks we've covered it in Toverland because it was in there, and it was also in Efteling. They do have one of them in Efteling inside the cash bar. It's a very similar thing, and we've also seen them in a couple of other parks as well. So they are very popular around here. So I am just going to walk back now. I'm going to head back to the rest of the guys, spend a little bit of time there. I will get a little bit of footage of wherever they are, whether they're in the soft play. I might go in and show you inside there. If they're in the little Lego buildy thing, I might pop in there and show you a little bit of that, pop that in. But if we don't do any of those, the next time you see me, we'll be back in front of the entertainment centre, so I can show you all of the awesome things that's inside the FEC here at Sevenham for the De Schatberg holiday park. Just walking back past the Kaling, I thought I'd pop on just to give you a little look at the prices. So you've got climbing. The climbing is the top one. That's $12.50 for kids, $18.50 for adults, I think. And then you've got mini golf, which is $9.50 for 18 holes. And then the water fun, you can do canoeing, you can do like fun boats. Is that water feasting? I think that's like some sort of boating, and you can do that on the water. I just thought I'd pop on as I'm walking back past to show you the prices. I mean, always check the Kaling website. There is a special website just for Kaling, and that gives you all the prices and activities that you can do here. Okay, full disclosure. The last time you saw me, I was at those doors saying I'm going to come back later to the entertainment centre here at De Schatberg. That was a Tuesday. I was unaware that it doesn't open on a Tuesday. Monday and a Tuesday, this ABC restaurant and the fun centre behind me, the FEC Sevenham, part of De Schatberg Holiday Park, it doesn't open on a Monday and a Tuesday. So I've come back on Wednesday. So I've just come back the day after just so I can go in and show you around. So let's head on inside the fun and entertainment centre here at De Schatberg, and I'll show you what's in there. There is ample free parking. It does get very busy, and as I say, loads of free parking. You don't have to pay for that. So we'll head inside. Yeah. Thank you.
Oh, thank you.
Okay, so we're inside, and I will start by showing the restaurant. The restaurant is to the right once you come inside. It's all like an American theme. The theme is an American road trip. Ever since reopening at the end of 2023, they've gone with a different theme from previous, and it is now all American style things. If you can see the central reception area there, the booking desks and the bar area is shaped like an American football. So it starts there, and the ABC restaurant is a huge restaurant with 12 restaurants inside, and it's an all-you-can-eat sort of situation. You pay one price and you get 2 hours of all you can eat in the 12 restaurants, and the 12 restaurants are Asian. There's a seafood one, there's desserts, there's salad, there's all sorts in there. I will try and give a bit more information about the sort of restaurants that's inside. I think there might be a leaflet I can possibly grab. There we go. So we've got an English leaflet and it tells you the restaurants. So inside the ABC restaurant, there is an Asian, a Mexican, sushi, pancakes and waffles. There's soups and breads, ice cream and fruit, steakhouse. There's an Italian. There's like an American diner. There's seafood, salad bar and bakery. So there's all those things in there. And you just get unlimited enjoyment for one all-inclusive price. It's all under one roof, all in there. And you can just help yourself to all different places whilst you're in there. Okay. So the prices are $36.95 per adult Wednesday and Thursday. Friday $38.95, Saturday is $41.95 and Sunday is the same, $41.95. You can see there's no Monday and Tuesday because they don't open. Children up to 11 years old are $2.75 per year of life on a Wednesday and a Thursday, $2.90 per year of life on a Friday and $3.20 per year of life on a weekend. Children up to 2 years old are free. Just state Monday, Tuesday closed, Wednesday through to Sunday is 5 o'clock till 9:30. And that's the ABC restaurant. So there's an awesome option for eats there. And I'll just show you the other things that's to do inside for entertainment. You do get, if you're staying with Eurocamp at De Schatberg, you do get a voucher or a couple of vouchers when you check in. And I'll tell you about those when we've finished looking around. So this is the American Golf. So it's a really cool themed American Golf. All the holes are like real novelty sort of really awesome American themed holes. So you've got baseball, you've got like racing, you've got Harley Davidson there. There's an NFL sort of pitch. Another baseball one there. There's an ice cream one, a donut one, Route 66, there's a popcorn machine one. So all the holes are like really cool. There's an awesome Vegas one there. Another Vegas one with a casino, like a little roulette wheel. Ice cream, burgers. And then just at this end you do get X Cube, which is like a digital escape room. So I'll just show you quickly. You do pay for this at the counter and then they come and give you a code to get in and start it and it'll all crank up, and then it is like a digital escape room where you get all these little screens, little devices that you've got to solve mini puzzles on. And they've got some big screens in there, so that looks pretty cool. And that's the X Cube. There is an X wall, which is a huge interactive wall there, and there's all a variety of games that you can play by touching the wall. And then there is some Kaling, which we've already had a go off. We did play Kaling a couple of nights ago. 55 minutes we was playing there. And then there is a sports bar here with some really cool seating as well. When we came the other day, there was some football being played on the screen, and you get like a really cool sort of a different kind of seating area there. It's a proper little sports bar. And then more TVs, more sports TVs all over the wall. And then there's proper seats here as well with tables and chairs right next to the bar. And then let's have a little look at the menu. So drinks and snacks. You're looking at around €3 for a coffee, $3.50 for a cappuccino. Pepsi is $3.10. You can get a ginger ale for $3.25, and there's beers between €3 and €6. Bottled beer between €3 and €6 also. And you can get wine. And then there's little snacks as well. So you can get nachos, you can get empanadillas with chicken tenders, garlic bread, fried shrimp, bitterballen, mini frikandellen. So there's all sorts of snacks and drinks to have as well while you're chilling out in the FEC. I just like the bar area there, that's cool. We did sit up there on them weird seats for a little bit. There's also 10-pin bowling. So there is 8 lanes of 10-pin bowling, and there's also darts. 2 dartboards there. And there's a shuffleboard. So if you play shuffle, I'm not quite sure how to play it. It does tell you the instructions. The same with Kaling, you can find out the instructions over there. And we'll just see if we can head outside just to show you the outside area. I'm not sure if it's open. No, it's not open, but there is like an outside seating area as well, and it overlooks the lake. I did get a really nice picture there the other night of the sunset. I'll pop that in now. But all these activities are available. If you're staying at De Schatberg, either with Eurocamp or with De Schatberg directly, then you're able to come and use all this, and you do get a discount, which I will tell you about on the way out. I'm just going to show you the air hockey tables as well. There's air hockey and pool in this centre. So there's 2 air hockey tables, there's a big foosball table, and then there's 3 pool tables. And a couple of arcades as well there. And a couple of little basketball arcades. And yeah, that was a really nice sort of picture that I got out there. I think that's where people tend to go to have a smoke. There's a few more little arcades there, just a racing game and a couple of teddy grabbers, the claw grabbers. And that's it. The restaurant we did want to go to. We planned to go to, but our plan was to go on Tuesday. That was the only day we had available, so we was all set to go on Tuesday, but we couldn't because it's not open, unfortunately. There was a cool little photo op here as well, with Route 66 or whatever it is behind it, and the car, the big American car, look. And that's that. So that is the FEC Sevenham. And as I say, we tried out the Kaling, which we enjoyed. We did plan to try the restaurant, but we were just unable to. So that is that. There is also a KFC just across the road, and that's where we're heading to shortly for our tea. We've just spent the day at Phantasialand, and we've just got back now. Okay, so I said I'll tell you a little bit about the discount that you get. When you check in with Eurocamp, you do get an envelope, and it's got all your details in, all your information in about everything that's on site, but also they do include some vouchers for the entertainment centre, as it's part of De Schatberg. So in the vouchers pack, you do get €5 off per person to use at the ABC restaurant there, which brings it down quite a lot. If you've got a family of 5 like we have, it would have been €25 saving. And then also there's a 50% off voucher for the activities inside the centre. We used our 50% off. You just get a code on a little bit of card. When you book online, you use that code, and then it takes 50% off automatically when you book it. We chose to pay on arrival, so we reserved our spot on the Kaling, and then we chose to pay on arrival with our 50% off voucher, which was valid. All they ask is that you bring that little bit of card with you to the reception at the entertainment centre, and then that just proves that you've got the card and the code belongs to you. And it was an awesome price. I think we paid $12.50 or $12.95 for 55 minutes for 5 of us for Kaling, and there's 50% off bowling, there's 50% off all the activities, the X wall, the X box or whatever it was called, the X room, everything 50% off if you stay with Eurocamp in De Schatberg. So that's it, that concludes the tour of De Schatberg. I will pop a link in the description box below if you wish to have a little look around and possibly book here at De Schatberg. I'll pop that in the description box. Thank you very much for watching. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did enjoy it, please do pop a like on it. Don't forget to click that subscribe button. Don't forget to comment and share. Comment down below if you've been, comment if you're planning to come. If you've got any questions or queries, I will answer them if I can. I do read every comment and I do reply to every comment that I can. So from here at De Schatberg, thank you very much for watching, and we will see you guys on the next one. See you later. Bye bye.